What's up guys, on this video we're actually going to be showing you how to press an oversized image like this with a typical standard heat press on a t-shirt. Now this project is pretty tricky, so we're going to show you some tips on how we get this done. We are working with Officially Certified. They presented this project to us and we saw that it is going to be a difficult job to do. And we wanted to again show you guys how we can do this with a standard heat press. This heat press is a 15 by 15 heat press. And it's actually a little bit smaller than what it's advertised. So after carefully using a ruler and measuring, instead of 15 by 15, I have a 14.5 by 14.5 print or surface. And let's go ahead and lay this shirt down so we can take a look at what we're going to be working with. This is a Bella Canvas 3001. It's an extra large shirt. I have a printable, pressable area of about 22.5 inches across, 23 inches across, and I have a height of 26 inches. So it's a pretty big surface, but this transfer, it is huge. So let's lay this down so we can take a look. The transfer alone, it's going to be 17 inches by 20 inches, so very large. But the good thing about us is that we print on a commercial size printer, so we can handle jobs up to 22 inches wide. So let us know if you have any transfer needs. We'll be able to help you out. But with this project, let's go ahead and measure. So what I'm going to also do is I'm going to use a finger test. So my 4 fingers are about 3 inches. That is going to be the distance of the neckline to the design, so that's about 4 inches there. And then I'm going to go ahead and measure and straighten this out. So I'm going to go widest corner, and it's about all my 5 fingers there. So this is pretty straight. So double checking, this is going to be 4 fingers, which is about 3 inches, and it's going to be centered just about right there. I'm going to use my heat resistant tape, which is really important to use if you're using some oversized images. You do want to have this stay in place when you're sticking it into a heat press this size. Now, if you haven't seen our heat press video, we did an unboxing of this heat press that we got from Amazon. And so make sure you guys check that out. We're also going to be reviewing a ton of other heat presses as well, but we want to show you with a standard heat press what you can do and how you can get this urban streetwear oversized design pressed. So now that it's taped up top, that's where I want to focus on, because I don't want to tape the whole thing because it may shift and move. But as long as the top is straight, let's go ahead and pull out the heat press. I already have this set at 300 degrees. I'm going to be pressing for 7 seconds, so I'm going to carefully lay this down. I don't really need to worry about alignment here because it's been already aligned on the table. I'm going to go ahead and pull this carefully to the very tip, the very edge. Now what I'm also seeing here is you can see the arm is going to go ahead and fold right here. The arm is also folding down here. So this part is not going to get pressed. It's also, this bottom section is also not going to get pressed here. So I'm only going to have this 14.5 by 14.5 surface that's going to be pressing. I'm going to use the included Teflon sheet that was with the heat press. I'm going to lay this across. I'm going to go ahead and scoot this in. 7 seconds. Let's go ahead and press. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the transfer over so that I'm going to flip it counterclockwise carefully. I'm going to use my finger to hold that. I'm going to pull the shirt carefully. I'm going to straighten this out. Okay. Now you want to go ahead and use your fingers to make sure that there is not any creases in the shirt, because you're doing an oversized print. You want to make sure everything is completely flat. So always check before you press. Now that it's good, the arm is tucked in, the bottom is also going to be within the pressing limits. Scoot it back in, go for another press. Now, one thing I did notice is I did not use the Teflon sheet. You should use the Teflon sheet, but because this film is still on here, I'm technically going to be okay. But you also want to practice using that if you have that. So let's go ahead and flip it around the other way. Straighten this out, making sure that the bottom area is covered. Everything is within range. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the Teflon sheet. Scoot it back in there. Another press. Okay, so let's go ahead and carefully remove the shirt. I'm going to go ahead and lay it down away from the heat press so that it can cool down before I peel off the transfer. That it's cooled down, I'm going to go ahead and peel. Grab a corner. There you go. So let's go ahead and remove the tape here so that I can repress the design. So we're going to go ahead and do the second press. Now with this particular job, the customer wanted more of a matte look to it. So instead of using the regular film and doing a second press, we're going to go ahead and use craft paper. We went ahead and got this free from Home Depot. It's next to the rope. They use this for packaging and clean packaging, and it's free basically. So check your local Home Depot, see if it's available. This is what we're going to be using. I'm just going to go ahead and cut. Okay, gonna go ahead and use, this is kind of big, so let me go ahead and cut some more. I don't need so big. Make sure everything is nice and even. You don't want to cause any unnecessary creases if it's not needed. I'm going to be doing the same pass that I did earlier. And the last pass, I'm going to flip it around the other way to get this corner. Making sure the bottom is also good, nice and even. Place it on, double check. Now the print is nice and matted. It's perfect for the design that they're trying to accomplish here. Let me know what you guys think. You guys have any oversized jobs? You guys don't think it's possible with a regular heat press? Here you go. This is a tip on how you guys can get it done. Let me know what you guys think. I'll catch you guys on that next one.